And then we went into another. That is the reason I'm through. We had 6 docking Dorises, then sang a chorus. Just listen, I'll sing it to you. I belong to Glasgow, dear old Glasgow town. But there's nothing in being teetotal and saving a shilling or two. If your money you spend, you've nothing to lend. Isn't that all the better for you? There's no harm in taking a drapping. It ends all your troubles and strife, and it gives you the feeling that when you land home, well, you don't care a hang for your life.
Like you wanna go, on the spot, the balcony.
Loch Lomond.
The middle of the 1700s and back to a year 1746, and way up in northern Scotland near Inverness there was a battle that took place. It's known as the Battle of Culloden. And the Battle of Culloden took place between 2 warring armies. On one side of the battlefield there were the Jacobite Highland Army. Essentially, if you think about the indigenous Celtic people I was talking about, the kilt-wearing, bagpipe-playing, Gaelic-speaking Highland Scots. And the Highland Army, under a man by the name of Bonnie Prince Charlie, lost, and they lost heavily. The Highlanders liked to fight with sword, shield and dagger, close hand-to-hand fighting. Whereas the British Army on the other side of the battlefield had muskets and cannons and things like that, and just blew the Highlanders away. Within about an hour or so of the battle commencing, around about 2,000 of the Highlanders had already lost their lives. Many of the others, as they saw the way it was going, started to flee and started to get away from the battle. You take the high road and I'll take the low road, but I'll be in Scotland before you. Now what he was saying to his brother was that tomorrow, brother, you're about to go free, you're about to walk back to Scotland, you're going to take the high road, the road of life, and walk back to Scotland. But not me. Tomorrow I'm going to be executed, tomorrow I'm going to be dead. But as soon as I'm dead, my soul will be taken and transported immediately back to Scotland, for I am going to take the low road, the road of death. Letter that became story, the story that became song, and this is the song I'm now going to play for you. As I say, it's called Loch Lomond. It's not really about the loch at all. It's about
the sun shines down upon Lomond, but me and my true love will never meet again on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. He'll tag the high road and I'll tag the low road. I'll be in Scotland among ye, but me and my true love will never meet again on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond.
many respects, it's a typical story of Scotland and Scotland's history, because there is hardly a single story from Scotland's past that doesn't end up with at least somebody being hacked to pieces horribly at the end of it, and in many instances many people being killed horribly and brutally at the end of it. So a very typical story. But we've turned away from Loch Lomond there and over towards another loch here. And Loch Lomond are quite different though. Loch Lomond is an inland freshwater loch. The water streaming down off the mountains, rainfall, melting snow and ice, etc. Whereas Loch Long here is actually an inlet of the sea. So this is salt water, seawater, tidal water. And if you went all the way down to the bottom of Loch Long there, it takes you out eventually into the open ocean and the Irish Sea and then the Atlantic Ocean. And this is where the naval base is for the nuclear submarines, and this is where all the big nuclear warheads are all kept down there as well. So we're not far away from nuclear Britain at the moment. Now, there is a little bit, Thomas and I were chatting about snow on the mountains, and there is little bits of it. You can see that there are little bits in some of the mountains a bit slightly more than others, but there's nothing like the normal amount of snow that we would normally get at this time of year. It would normally be total whiteout everywhere, all across the land here and all across the mountains. But as I said earlier, it has been quite a mild winter as well, so we're not quite getting the snow, and therefore the skiing season, the ski centres are not fully opened yet, which is a little bit disappointing. But apparently we've got an Arctic blast of weather coming in to get us in the next few days, so winter might get properly underway. Here's a little bit more music. We're going to stop it. As you can see and as you can feel, we're climbing up in towards the mountains. Huge amount of work has been done on the hillside. This is quite a dangerous hillside. There's been a lot of landslips and landslides over the years, so they've done a lot of work to try and shore it up a little bit. But for those that are on the left hand side, if you look down into the glen down in the middle there, you'll see there's a little road going up through the middle of it, and this was an old military road, and the old military road was built back in the start of the 1700s by the military so that they could get soldiers from one place to another very quickly. And it lends its name to this little point. I'm going to stop just at the top here to get some views down about the middle of the glen. As I say, this road down the middle here, it was built by August. I don't think you get to see Scotland in the way that it's meant to be, because there's just so many people and so many camper vans and big coaches and tour vans and things going around that you don't really get the true sense of. And things like that. This is Scotland. This is It's funny, you were talking about kilts earlier on. See, when you go back through the years in Highland Scotland, how they wore kilts and plaids all those years is just absolutely crazy. It really is mental. Okay, what we're going to do now, something else was happening around about this same period, well maybe even a couple of hundred years beforehand. The Angles, a Germanic tribal people from Central Europe, had invaded and raided across into Britannia. And there were various different kingdoms that started to form down in the southern part of Britain, and kingdoms like Mercia, Northumberland, and various different places that England formed as a united country, and it was under one of the kings of Mercia, Athelstan, who brought it all together. So Athelstan created the very first united England down in the southern part of Britain, and Constantine was the king up here in the northern part of Scoti, or Scotland as it became known. So this all happened over that couple of hundred years. The chief of the Campbells still lives there today, but he's not got that same power over the people that the clan chief used to have all those years ago. It's more of a ceremonial title these days. But as well as being the chief of the clan Campbell, being a duke means that you're a very important person indeed, and very rich and famous, and very good connections to the upper echelons of British society. So this is the little village of Inveraray. This was very much in the stronghold of the Campbells. Now, Inveraray Castle is where the Campbells live today. Now, as I said earlier, though, the castle is actually closed at this time of year, but you will be able to get a view of it. You can see it just through the trees there on the right hand side. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go up and over the humpback bridge here. If anybody wants to get a...
Inveraray. Reasonably cold